everybody. Welcome to episode 310. Am I right?
Wow, you're right.
Of Good Luck High Five.
Hey everyone, I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan, and you're listening to a podcast that's for you if you are a person who plays Magic the Gathering in any of its many forms.
That's right. Any form.
Yeah, any form at all. Whether you're on the internet playing it with people that you may never meet. On Arena.
That's true.
Which is kind of wild when you think about it.
Yeah.
Or you're playing with people that you know like the back of your own hand at your own home table. Or people who are right in the middle, which is F&M. That's the spectrum of people.
I have as many people as playing Arena. I've played the same people, a few times.
Really?
Which is, pretty interesting.
I can't think of someone that I've played twice.
Yes, I have played a couple of people twice, and I've played people who watch our stream or listeners of the show, which I think is like, what are the chances? And I could figure that out if I knew how many people were playing Arena.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of data available.
But I don't.
This week is a very special episode of Good Luck High Five. It is our annual Chrimby Awards.
Chrimby Awards, the second annual Chrimby Awards.
That's right. We're going to take a look back at 2018, the sets that happened. We're going to award, some very competitive categories and some less competitive categories. Just take a look at our goals.
Contested.
The formats that were, the formats that were not.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
We're going to talk about all the formats that weren't in 2018. With the list is very long. This episode is 70 years long.
Yes, it's mostly just us reading from a list of old formats that you didn't play this year.
Battle for Zendikar didn't happen in 2018.
I wonder if somewhere in the world someone played Battle for Zendikar this year.
Do you mean just like drafted it?
Yeah.
Or played Battle for Zendikar Standard?
That would be an especially weird choice. I'm talking about, did someone draft Battle for Zendikar this year?
No.
Wow.
Just kidding. They must have. Somebody must have.
Do you think?
Now that I'm not actually sure.
If you played Battle for Zendikar this year in 2018, tweet at us with the hashtag #IZendikard in 2018.
I mean it. Don't not do it if you did, because I am really skeptical that anybody cracked a box of Battle for Zendikar and played it.
Do you know what? I don't know. The line is at 1 and you're taking the under.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Prove us right or wrong, Twitter.
We'll see.
On today's episode, as she said, the Crimbys, but before we Crimby it up in here, I just want to quickly say thank you to the Harp family for sending us a wonderful care package
of Little Debbie snack cakes. We got so many kinds.
Yeah.
It came direct from Little Debbie.
They live near the place where they make them, and so we got the whole kit and caboodle.
We have a bunch of Nut Buddies, which are the ones that I'm going to keep eating during this episode.
Nutty Buddies.
Nutty.
Oh, sure, it could be named that. Could it? But they're not. They're called Nutty Buddies.
Are you trying to tell me that Nutty Buddies is a less ridiculous name than Nut?
You can't even say it! You can't even say it!
We also got there's wonderful Christmas tree snack cakes.
Yeah.
And these ones,
cookies.
Gingerbreads. And this one, I'm not even mistaking this name. Devil Dogs.
Devil Dogs.
Mint Devil Dogs.
Yeah, and you would think maybe these taste different because they're Christmas colored. They do not.
Not but.
We've been through this.
Nutty Buddies are probably my favorite Little Debbie.
They're really good.
They're very good.
I'm a Zebra Cakes fan myself, which is really just the Christmas tree, so excellent.
Yeah.
We're going to stay sugared throughout 2019 because, as everyone knows, Little Debbie's
last forever.
Last forever. Much like cockroaches.
Before we keep going, we've got a couple of other people to thank. First of all, is you. If you are a patron of this show, thank you so much for keeping it going. It really does mean so much to us. Just the fact that this is something that you look forward to enough, that you care about enough, that you enjoy enough to pitch in as little as $5 a month, $1.25 an episode, and you can even contribute less than that if you're like $5 isn't in my reach right now, but I want want to contribute something, whatever you're able to pitch in, we so appreciate it.
Yeah, and no matter what dollar amount you choose, even if it's $1 an episode, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You become a member of the show, and you have access to our really lively and happening Discord,
where there are so many pictures of ferrets.
It's great.
It sounds like an exaggeration to be like there are dozens of pictures of ferrets, but there are dozens. They sit in cars.
Yeah.
They wear sweaters.
They drive little boats.
Ferrets
can do it all.
Yeah, and they do it all on our Discord.
Yeah, and please help us end the year with a bang by becoming a member in 2018 and starting the new year off on the right foot.
I think that by the time people hear this, it will be 2019.
Well,
no, it won't.
It won't yet.
No, it will. It won't.
I don't know. Look at a calendar.
No,
I don't think it is. Is it?
It is. Is right now the new year? Only you can answer that for
Please
us.
help us know how calendars work.
Yes, it will be. By the time you're listening to this, it is New Year's Day.
Happy New Year's, everybody!
New Year!
Yay!
Well, help us start 2019 off on the right foot.
Yeah.
So that we have
2018 too late.
a remarkable year to look forward to.
Oh, great.
Man. Oh, so there's this is going to be a very tangential story, but
great.
Okay, there's what's the word that I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's fair. There's a church / rehab center / old folks home.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood, and they have one of those corner signs, like a little marquee sign.
Yeah.
And they always put different sayings on it.
Cute.
And their one right now says, "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened."
Yeah.
And I read it yesterday, and I was like, man, that is honestly a hot take on 2018.
I'm gonna slap that down, flip it, and reverse it. Everybody,
don't cry because it happened. Smile because it's over. 2018, everybody.
So yeah, if you want to start the new year off right, we'll rebrand that. Head to patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Thanks again to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, who's helping us start 2019 off in the fast lane. You can go to cardkingdom.com/GLHF and buy whatever the heck you want.
Speaking of the fast lane, that's where their shipping happens.
Oh my gosh.
Because it will get to you.
Nearly instantaneous.
Yes. Do you remember the show Speed Racer? It will be like that.
Oh.
You don't?
I'll take your word for it. I never watched it.
Go Speed Racer. No, that's a different song.
Grease Lightning. I think you're singing Grease Lightning.
Speed Racer has a song, though.
Oh, okay. I mean, I take your word for it.
Anyways, you don't remember Speed Racer?
I did not watch it.
Do you remember? You know that it happened.
I know what it is, though.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
It was a very
honestly,
nerdy child.
I can't recap anything that happened in the Speed Racer besides that the car was fast.
That's probably all that happened.
It was just
the car is
a
fast.
20-minute children's cartoon about cars driving.
I think kids would watch that.
Oh gosh, yes.
So those are two great options for you to help give back to the show. You can tell Card Kingdom you want a sticker in your order from Good Luck High Five, and you know what? They'll put one in there.
Yeah.
Thanks to them for supporting us through 2019 and all those other years too. They've been fantastic, as have all the members of our Patreon family.
Yeah. All right, Maria, this is it. The Crimbys are here.
The Chrimby Awards. I should have dressed up.
They have arrived. I'm wearing the best shirt that I've ever owned. You gave it to me.
Yeah, we got there.
My shirt, if you're not watching this, if you're just listening, my shirt is it's a wolf howling at the moon, and then it says "Raised by Books."
Yes.
Who made this?
Specifically for Meghan, obviously.
Who made this shirt?
I know. I just couldn't believe it.
It seems like such a niche. It feels niche, but here we are.
How could it not be owned by you,
Yeah.
But yes, the Chrimby Awards. We've got a bunch of little imaginary statues we're handing out to these cards.
Yes.
Today.
Tiny statuettes. First, we're going to kick it off with one of the biggest ones.
Big category.
That we could award.
Yeah.
Best set.
Okay, so which sets happened in 2018, just for reference?
Surprisingly, Rivals of Ixalan.
Rivals of Ixalan somehow was in 2018.
It happened a billion years ago, but it was this year. How does that work?
Dominaria happened.
Oh, yeah.
M19.
Yep.
Guilds of Ravnica.
Yes.
And then we had a bunch of sort of, what are they called? Ancillary sets.
Yes.
Is what I'm going to call them. Masters 25, Ultimate Masters, Commander 2018, Battle Bond.
Wow.
That all happened.
That all happened.
Unless I'm wrong about one of those, which I don't think I am.
I don't think you are.
That is a lot of stuff.
It is a lot.
Jeez. So we're going to stick mostly to the main sets for
Yes.
Magic, the standard legal sets that came out.
But even if we were including every set that happened this year,
yeah,
I think this best set
I
would
think you're
still
right.
be it.
You're correct.
Because it was the hotness.
Dominaria.
It was so good.
Yay!
Oh, it was
a blast from the past.
Yes. Like what did you love most about Dominaria? Because there was so much to love. You could love every facet of this except Goblin Chain Whirler, which you can hate.
You can hate that. That's totally fine. For me, my favorite part of it was the sagas.
Yes.
I thought there's such an innovative card design, and I love to see Magic playing with new space that it hasn't entered before, and sagas did that for me.
Sagas were amazing.
Richard Garfield kind of had this idea for sagas, and they developed into, they're pretty different from what they ended up being, but the core concept was the same, and I think it's really cool to see his influence, back from the original days of Magic brought forth into Dominaria in the form of these cards.
I would have to say that sagas were the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
They're just so cool, but also the art of Dominaria,
beautiful,
gorgeous art. So many different pieces from it. Were incredible. Getting to know all of this old lore that we had never encountered before. Actually, Karn has been such a presence in modern Tron for such a long time.
We didn't really know anything about Karn.
So getting to go back, getting to meet Joyra and all of those that cast of characters, fantastic. And the cherry on top, awesome draft format.
Awesome draft.
So much fun to draft.
Everybody loved it. It was nearly unanimous.
Yes.
And when it comes back on Arena and stuff, I'm like, yep, let's get in. Draft Dominaria.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh,
it's one of the all-time greats. I think it'll go down in history for sure.
It's so
Does it beat
good.
Your favorite format, Khans of Tarkir?
Wow. That's
tough
the question. I will have to say it comes close.
Yeah.
But I adore Tons of Karkir.
Tons of Karkir is great.
Tons of Karkir is a fantastic.
Yeah.
Where do you think it stands for you? I mean, I will say I think Dominaria is immediately after.
Okay.
I think for me it's Khans and then it's Dominaria.
I think for me, I did like them, but I think I liked Theros better.
Oh, I have such a soft spot in my heart for Theros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an original RTR too.
Yeah.
Because I did love Rakdos so much in that set and the other guilds too. I really like drafting guilds. So it doesn't quite beat for me, but I understand, of course, why everybody loved it for sure.
Yes. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right. What are we doing next?
Let's do card of the year.
Okay. Wow.
So this is just the most influential is the way that I thought about it.
Ooh.
Impactful card of the year.
Yes.
And there's a few options you could have here. I think we've got a space where two cards can share the trophy.
Yeah. Because these two cards really took the cake.
They did, and they ate it all themselves. Left none for the rest of us.
That's how I would define both of these cards as giant cake hogs.
Number 1, Goblin Chain Whirler.
Ugh.
We are not fans of this card on the show.
But we have to hand it this trophy.
Yep.
Because
there's no doubt about it.
It
dominated.
It owned the standard format.
It sure did. And it owned all of our faces.
Exactly. It had a deed. It had a title. It had built condos there and was leasing them for exorbitant amounts of money.
And the co-owner of this trophy.
Yes. Who I like a little bit more, and Maria probably likes just as little.
That's correct.
Teferi, hero of Dominaria.
Not a hero to me, but a villain.
Oh, a hero to me. Thank goodness that we had another card finally that could enable, decks, control decks that don't have any win conditions.
Boo! Thankfully, we can have a deck with 0 win conditions in it to ferry.
Exactly.
Oof. Yeah, so both of these cards, really just the heavyweights that defined our standard year, I think.
They really were.
We'll maybe talk about them a little bit more later on. But Teferi, I think the tuck ability, the ability to tuck himself, I think is just like puts him over the top into a space that maybe even R&D did not intend.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What's up next?
Next we have Best Art.
So this is a category near and dear to my heart. I love magic art.
Yeah.
And this, if you're pressing me to choose, I put 2 cards here.
I am pressing you to choose.
All right. So I'm going to give runner-up.
You must.
I must choose.
Yes.
Runner-up is going to go to Karn's Temporal Sundering.
Gorgeous.
Which is, I think it
really
breaks
cool.
the mold of magic art, which is something that I love to see. And it's just gorgeous and beautiful. And the champion is also by the very same artist, History of Benalia.
Beautiful.
Here is your trophy.
That gorgeous stained glass artwork.
And it makes those stained glass night tokens.
Yeah. I can't say that this will compete with history, but I'm going to give my own runner-up to the art that, do you know what? Like, I've just found myself, I put it everywhere. It's on my phone. It's my computer background. Mirari Conjecture.
It's excellent.
It's so beautiful. I love that, kind of like you said with Karn's Temporal Sundering, it doesn't do it quite as hard as because that card is just, like you said, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks so different from anything we see.
Yeah.
But Mirari Conjecture to me is just like, you don't see something that looks kind of so abstract.
It really does.
Like, it's a very beautiful, kind of conceptual piece for me when I look at it.
Kind of a nod to older art too, that wasn't always as direct as art is
exactly
now.
Which is what I like. I love that about it. It's gorgeous. I really like it.
Well done to those cards.
Yes.
By the way, all from Dominaria.
Yes. Who did the art? I know on History of Benalia and Karn's Temporal Sundering, but tell us who did it while I look up who did
Mirari Conjecture.
Yeah.
What's his name? Noah Bradley. Yeah. We all know his name. He's one of the most celebrated artists in Magic. So congrats to Noah Bradley for designing these cards.
James Arnold is the Mirari Conjecture.
James Arnold. Yeah. Well done to those artists. Well beloved.
Yes.
And for good reason.
For good reason. All right. What have we got next?
Up next is Best Flavor Text.
Ooh.
So another great category. And this one is a card that might have flown under your radar if you hadn't just taken a second to read the flavor text, because it didn't really see all that much play actually in the format that it was in, which was Guilds of Ravnica.
Yeah.
So this is my vote. I don't know if you remember or have a different vote, but I'm going to give this trophy to Child of Night.
Well, let's hear it.
All right, here you go. No guilds, that is her rule. The house vampires unnerve her. The commune would dissect her. The legion burn her. The conclave cure her. The shadows are all the family she needs.
Nice.
I love it because it encompasses all the guilds and Guilds of Ravnica, and this Child of Night is just somewhere stuck floating in between all of them.
Yeah.
Real
good.
I think that's really cool.
Nice.
So flavor text, Child of Night.
Next we've got Best Card Name.
Okay, I put 2 in this category, but if you force me to choose again,
I will.
Okay.
You must.
I must choose. Runner-up, Hammer Dropper.
Hammer Dropper is great.
Great name.
Really good.
I love fun names.
Yes.
Excellent.
And it is one.
And he did drop the hammer.
Yes.
But my personal favorite is, what is it called when it's in an internal rhyme? Do you know?
No. Internal rhyme.
There's probably a word for it, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Barging Sergeant.
It's so good.
I think is excellent.
Barging Sergeant.
Barging Sergeant. And he was a Barging Sergeant.
Yeah.
Came in with haste, given her with those mentor counters.
Barging Sarge.
Barging Sergeant.
I'm the Barging Sergeant.
Great name. Thumbs up. There's your trophy. Barging Sergeant.
Fantastic. Next, we've got Best Card Name That Could Have Been.
Yeah, so this would have taken the trophy if Creative hadn't cruelly renamed this card.
And it was Melissa, right, who told us about the potential name for Sapperling Migration.
Yep.
We all could have known it as Best Buds.
Oh, it's so cute!
It's so cute.
Best Buds.
It's so cute.
You like Best Buds? I think that's so cute.
Ugh.
Come on, wizards.
Because they're sapperlings, so they're like little buds on a tree, but also they're friends.
They're friends going on a trip.
Oh, so cute.
Think about it. Up next, we have
your favorite magic moment from the year.
So we put a few things in this category.
Yes, because there were several fantastic moments.
Oh, absolutely.
The first one we're biased on.
Yeah.
Because it's our friend. You all know him. It's Rookie of the Year, Sam Eilenfeld.
Yay! When he won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Congratulations to him. Just a delightful human being.
Yeah, absolutely.
A wonderful person. A great friend to have.
And the community loves him too because he's just such a nice person.
Yeah.
And a positive influence in Magic.
What else have we got for our favorite Magic moments?
I've got Javier winning World Championship.
That was amazing.
Javier Dominguez taking down that tournament was so wonderful. He had come in second place the year before. This year comes back, wins the whole thing.
And to me, it's like, how you can't get a better story than that.
No.
Of just like, because Worlds is such a difficult tournament to win.
So
to
hard.
even qualify for.
Yeah.
So to qualify for it and then to just be like, I'm going to do the only thing.
I can do it one better.
Yeah. Like the only way I can improve on my performance is to win the whole thing.
And when he won was so emotional. You could see it just overcome him. And there was a confetti cannon that went off and stuff. It was just a great moment.
Was amazing. We also have Arena in open beta.
Yeah, this might actually take the cake for me as the number one moment because it's really changed everything in Magic.
It's so much fun.
In ways we don't even know yet
Yes.
how it's going to change the landscape. It's a fantastic program. It was much needed. It's, if Magic wanted to survive in this realm of other games like Hearthstone or whatever, and now it has its platform.
Yes.
And it's so fun to play. And
it's great.
Just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going to award the trophy to. Arena coming to open beta in 2018.
Next we have, this one is close to your heart, Maria.
Oh, yes.
Cutest card of 2018.
So many cute cards happened this year.
Yes.
Congrats to everyone who made a cute card happen.
Yeah.
And for this, I think I'm going to actually give the crown to a card that did not actually win cutest card when the set came out.
Wow.
Am I blowing your mind right now?
You are.
So the reason for this is after we play with cards for a little while, some of them, kind of show themselves to be more cute than originally intended.
They become more endeared to us.
Yes, that's the way to put it.
I wrote an entire portion of an article that was just about this card.
Yes, that is true.
And how much we love it.
So I'm giving runner-up to Arcane Flight, which was the little kitty cat with the wings. Great card, great art.
Yes.
But I'm going to give the overall crown to Skittering Surveyor.
Skits.
Good old skits.
Little skits.
Because not only is it a cute little, what do you call it?
Telescope with legs.
With legs skittering around on the rocks. But it also proved through its actions to be cute by going and finding us lands that we needed to make sure our deck could operate correctly.
And being an artifact, a key artifact. Yeah. It was great.
Thank you so much, Skittering Surveyor.
Skits.
You're adorable.
For all of your work.
You did a wonderful job.
All of your very hard work.
And so, that's unusual. Meghan.
Yes.
The grossest card. That's your wheelhouse.
This one, it is. And this card is just, you could argue that there are grosser cards. For instance, Feral Abomination is disgusting to look at. But this one is so conceptually disgusting to me.
Great.
It is at the intersection of the things that I just find skin-crawlingly horrifying. And that is Blink of an Eye. Made of eyeballs. For those of you who remember, probably at this point, my all-time grossest card is Magnifying Glass.
Yeah.
Which
you can't handle that one.
Even thinking about it right now is like
Megan's having a problem.
Real gross. Oh, God.
Quick, think of Blink of an Eye. It's slightly better.
Slightly better.
Yeah, Blink of an Eye.
Oh, boy. So Blink of an Eye. Eyeballs all over. Disgusting.
I made this category most uncomfortable card as I was remembering what happened in 2018. And I'm giving this trophy to Aggressive Urge. If you don't remember this card, it was a dumb merfolk card from Rivals of Ixalan, but the artwork on it looks like a merfolk taking a big dump, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. It's a close-up on their face, and there was an aggressive urge happening somehow in it. I just don't appreciate it. So congratulations, Aggressive Urge. You make me feel really weird. And also, you weren't that good. So here's your trophy. Congratulations.
Next, we've got the worst card to lose to
Oof. Okay, so obviously
this one is not even close for me.
You could think like, oh, a kicked Jasu Vest, that sucks. But then you're like, no, it doesn't really, because that's 10 mana. It took them a lot of setup work. I'm going to give that to you. You can be like Niv Mizzet, because that card's really good and almost unbeatable. No.
Blue, 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 red, red, red.
Not even as bad as this. Which
Multani, Yavamaya's Avatar.
How many times have you seen your opponent play this card and you just say to yourself, well, I could have had several opportunities to win, but now they just don't exist?
How? There's
every single time.
How?
I've never won against this card.
No, me neither.
Ever.
It was a card that it just gets bigger and bigger the more lands you have.
Yep.
It has reach. It has freaking trample.
It just comes back from the dead?
Yes. And they can just get it back. You cannot kill it. It was a really rough card to deal with.
Yeah.
There were so many times when my opponent played it on 6 and I'm like, well that's the end of that.
G to the G.
Yep.
Yeah. So Multani, here's a trophy. Now get out of here.
Get out of
I don't even want you in my deck because I feel like a jerk.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't like you.
It's so disgusting. Next, we've got, this one comes from Twitter from Chris Farrell. Card both Meghan and Maria are most likely to play from this year.
Ooh, great category.
This one is a hot take in the answer.
Think about this because in our main deck, I don't think the answer is
there's not much
anything other than some basic lands. Planes.
And there you go.
So that's not going to count.
Yeah.
But so we had to go to the sideboard.
Yep.
To find the card we were both most likely to play.
In standard.
In standard, yes. Yeah. And this pains me to say, but I do put in my sideboard.
Say it.
Settle the wreckage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The card I hate more than any card is actually the one that we both are most likely to play.
Yep. It's so true. Oof. I see about it in limited. Here's my answer.
Yeah.
Fight with Fire.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Great card.
Get in my deck.
Yeah.
Fight with Fire.
But in Constructed.
In Constructed?
Here we are.
All right. Best new mechanic of the year. We saw some pretty cool new stuff this year. We also saw a lot of returning stuff, but this is our new mechanic trophy.
Yes. It is Surveil.
Surveil! Congratulations.
It's great.
I loved Surveil.
Yes.
I thought it was really, really cool. A different take on Scry. It worked thematically within the set.
Yeah.
And what am I trying to say? With the other cards.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. Synergy. There it is. Yeah. Surveil. I loved it. And it was really cool to play on Magic Arena too, with the sound effect. Just sound very spooky when you're surveilling.
I don't know. I really loved the Is It mechanic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, a shared trophy, perhaps?
Yeah. Flashback 2.0.
Yeah. New flashback. Jumpstart.
New flashback. Because I love casting instants and sorceries again.
That is true.
How can you not?
That is true.
Oh, I'm going to, do you know what? I think I have to split,
all right.
Split with you here.
Split win.
Yeah. Go with Jumpstart.
Jumpstart and Surveil, both from Guilds of Ravnica.
Yes. Best returning mechanic. Oh, I have a very strong opinion on this.
All right. Well, you go for it because I didn't know.
I love Kicker.
Me too.
Kicker is just, for me, it's just it.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what it is.
Kicking Gitu Chronicler was one of the greatest things you could do in Dominaria.
Yes, it was so good.
Oof, excellent.
I loved that there were cards like that, like Gitu Chronicler, Sapling Migration.
Yep.
But then you had cards like Fight with Fire,
where
it was just like way over the top when you got around to kicking it. But,
yeah. Welcome back. There's your trophy. Best returning mechanic.
If there's people have talked about the different mechanics that they'd like to see all the time.
Yeah.
With some of them being cycling. And for me, Kicker is right up there.
Yeah.
I would love to see Kicker a lot more often than we see it, because I think it's fair. Such a solid mechanic that does such a great, it's scale, it's great.
Yeah, scales with the game.
Scales with the game, and yeah. Wonderful.
Next category is most innovative card design. And for this, of course, the trophy is going to Sagas.
Sagas. Yeah.
We, if you are interested in learning more about Sagas, Daily MTG did an article that showed some drawings or pictures that Richard Garfield put together when he was first inventing Sagas. And they're really cool, the mock-ups that he made. So go check that out. That was super neat to get a peek into his mind as he was creating this mechanic. So Sagas, I love them. You get the trophy here. Mm-hmm. This category is most badass planeswalker, because I just want to give a shout out to none other than Vivian Reed. I mean, it could be like best new planeswalker, but she's so cool. She sees standard play. She's really powerful. She does everything that you need her to do.
And her hair is the most cool hair.
Her hair is really cool. Meghan, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know why you don't have a Vivian Reed haircut.
I don't know either.
Every time like I see her haircut, I'm like, why doesn't Meghan have this haircut?
It's a great question.
Your hair is continually evolving, so maybe
someday
this will be an evolution
of it. I have the Vivian Reed hair. I love her hair.
It's really good.
It's so good. Huh.
Vivian Reed.
Great hair.
Enjoy this trophy.
Yeah.
I hope it makes up for Bolas destroying your homeworld. Probably not.
Probably not.
But, you know.
You've got good hair.
You've got great hair. Great hair.
Maria, you made this category.
Yeah,
Weirdest card.
Weirdest card. I think this is cool. I love weird cards.
Yeah.
And a couple of them came to my mind. I'm going to give runner-up to Atrata the Silencer for being just a really neat card design that we saw for the first time with an alternate win condition. We love those, where if she has 3 cards in exile after taking out hits on them, you win the game, which is pretty cool. Very, very, very flavorful. Love Atrata. But even weirder than Atrata is Lich's Mastery, I would argue, which is just a bizarre card and one that we now see play in standard in the deck Rainbow Lich, which is a bizarre deck, but it does exist. It can win. And we saw it happen in Limited, be a card people would bring in out of the sideboard.
What? I drafted around Lich's Mastery.
Or you can just draft around it.
Yes.
Boom.
In Limited. Fantastic card.
Really, really cool.
So strange. But great.
I love it.
Same.
Congrats, Lich's Mastery.
Wow. All right. Next, we've got most broken card in draft.
Well, we already mentioned Multani, but like
that's true.
So
Multani excluded because that was just straight up busted. First up, we have Icy Manipulator.
Yeah.
I did a Dominaria draft the other day, and someone played an Icy, and they had a Voltaic Servant.
You just remembered how it felt.
And I was like, oh, that's right.
That's right. This card exists.
The card that like single-handedly would justify everyone main decking enchantment hate or artifact hate.
Yeah.
It was...
A lot of people said that this card shouldn't have existed in Dominaria, which is where it was printed.
Yeah.
Or it should have been more expensive or something. I don't know. I think maybe I would have costed it a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I think is my answer. I don't think it should have been gone entirely. But yeah, Icy Manipulator, always a grown test moment when that card got played against you. But there was a card that people hated even more in Limited. Do you think this isn't true? People did not like this card.
I think I hated Icy more.
Really?
Yes.
All right. So contested point here, but
because Icy can go in anything.
That is true, but there is nothing you can do about what's going to be coming for you with this card.
Tetzimok Primal Death.
This is what people didn't like about it, that it was rare and that it wasn't mythic.
And that you could see it coming.
You could just see
this is where you can reveal it and just be like, put a little doom counter.
Boom. You could see the ripples
in the water. I forget what the name of the counter was. Pray.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, it's going to die.
All your stuff's going to die and I'm going to have a 6/6 Death Toucher. Sorry.
Yeah, for 6. I
had forgotten about Tetzimok Primal Death and how people were like, why is this card a rare?
Yeah. It was disgusting.
It really was.
Next, we have the sweetest card in draft. I love this. I can't believe that you agree.
I do agree.
Patient Rebuilding.
Yeah, Patient Rebuilding.
This is the one that makes your opponent put cards into their graveyard, and you can draw cards based on how many lands they put in their graveyard. It's so good.
You know what? I might
drawing cards.
I might not have chosen this if this hadn't been in my pre-release deck.
That's right.
I almost didn't put it in.
But how good was it?
It was so good.
It's so good.
I drew consistently 2 cards,
so many cards.
It was so dumb.
Yeah, because they're putting 3 cards into their graveyard.
Yeah.
They're so likely to hit at least 1 land.
Yep.
And just drawing 2 cards every upkeep is so busted.
It just feels so sweet. It's only 5 mana.
Yeah.
Patient Rebuilding, A+, my pick for sweetest card in draft.
Great.
How about the most Maria card of the year? This one is none other than Curious Obsession.
Maria, it says draw a card on it.
It does. It says draw a card, but the only way that you can draw that card is by attacking and dealing damage.
Fair enough.
So that's very Maria, and it's a tiny little
aura. It's a cheap little aura.
Cheap little aura that just single mana gives +1/+1. I love this card.
Yeah, you
Curious
do.
obsession.
The most Meghan card of the year.
What is this going to be?
So some people might think that it's Azar the Lawbringer.
Ooh, it's
because
not.
I obviously love Mia Sphinx's revelation.
Well, yeah.
I adore Sphinx's revelation. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, what? I'm curious what you're going to say here.
But we all know that at the end of the day, I identify as a treasure cruise.
Yes, we know that.
And treasure cruise draws you cards, and it takes useless things in your graveyard and helps transfer them into drawing more cards.
Yeah.
And so it's so me to take something useless and transfer it into drawing more cards. So the most me thing is Chemister's Insight.
I knew it! Chemister's Insight.
Instant speed card draw, amazing. And you can cast it again.
Jumpstart.
Just pitch something dumb in your hand to do what you really were meant to do all along, which is draw more cards.
Yeah, great
and
choices.
You don't have to attach a creature to it. It's just
a pesky
pure
little creature.
Exactly.
Both of our cards blue this year.
Yeah.
By the way.
Very, very on brand for me.
Yeah.
Very strange for you.
Very off brand for me.
Yeah.
Very true. I have this next category as most surprisingly good card.
This card makes me mad.
Yeah. Does it really?
Experimental Frenzy. I'm just going to say it because I'm mad. Because do you know what? Why? Why does
It's
red?
cool.
No, but why does red get to draw cards?
Oh, I see why you're mad.
It should not. It should not.
It should not.
Just as soon as we said goodbye to Bomat Courier.
And goodbye to, the cards that got banned, like Ramunap Ruins.
Yes, but like Bomat Courier, right? Specifically is like one that draws red cards, but it's like that you shouldn't be able to do that. Experimental Frenzy. I saw someone at the World Magic Cup when we were there a couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And they're playing against, I want to say green-black or something like that. And they've run out of resources, but they play an Experimental Frenzy. And I watched them it was towards it was in the middle / late game. They have like 5 lands in play. I watched them cast or play, I kid you not, like on average 4 spells a turn for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I believe it.
And they won. Because obviously you do.
There's no way around it,
Because it would just be like, oh, okay, like look at you like Experimental Frenzy. Okay, like get 2 Lava Runner, land for turn, like Wizard's Lightning Strike, your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn again. It's like here's another Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah.
Get you Lava Runner, Wizard's Lightning,
boom,
shock.
boom, boom.
It was just, it made me so mad watching it because
this
it's
is
like
unfair.
Right. Well, if I was to tell you, hey, here's a 4 mana enchantment that's going to let blue draw 4 cards a turn, you would be like, that's absurd.
I would set it on fire.
Exactly. You'd be like, that's unacceptable. You'd be like, that's an unacceptable thing.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
But they have no other way to draw cards.
And they shouldn't because they're red.
And this has been the Color Pie with Meghan. But the category is surprisingly good because at first blush, this card does not look good when you see it for the first time, which we did at the World Championship. And I was like, this card looks terrible, but it turns out not bad at all.
So good. Oh my gosh. It makes me so mad.
Let's move on.
Yeah. You might think that
we're done yelling about red.
Given the rant that I just went on, that Experimental Frenzy would be the winner of this category, which is most, what is this card?
What is this card?
Of the year, but it is not.
No.
That honor obviously belongs to
Goblin Chain Whirler. What is this card?
What is this card? 3 red mana, 3 for a 3/3. Oh, do you know what? It's not just 3 mana for a 3/3.
No.
It has First Strike.
First Strike, because that wasn't enough. Oh, did you want to play a deck with tokens ever?
No.
No. You can't.
Not.
You can't.
You cannot.
Goblin Chain Whirler.
No. And also, I'll deal 1 to you and to your Planeswalker and to everything you control.
Did you want to play Llanowar Elves in your deck? Sorry.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get right out of here.
Goblin Chain Whirler.
Ugh.
What is this card?
What is this card?
Ooh, Goblin Chain Whirler.
Man, oh man.
All right. So that gets the what is this card of the year. But what about what is this deck of the year?
Do you know what? I have a strong opinion on this.
Go for it.
Unsurprisingly. Mono red.
What is this deck?
Card card draw in red. Do you know what? There should be a drawback to emptying your hand in the first 2 turns of the game. And that should be that guess what? Your cards are gone, buddy. You had some resources and you burned right through them. But mono red, for the last couple of years, has been like, nope, I've got Bomat Couriers.
Guess what? I get all the toys.
Now it's like Bomat Couriers out. Experimental Frenzy in, though. Now I get all the cards again. Get out of here.
I chose a modern deck for my What Is This deck.
Yeah, and you have a real chip on your shoulder about this one.
I do. Clark Clan Ironworks. What is this deck? You just get to walk into a tournament and you just get to win it because you exist?
That's not everybody, though.
And your name is Matt Nass? What is this deck?
If your name is Matt Nass and you have a copy of this deck, you just get to win any modern tournament.
You think to yourself, I feel like winning a modern tournament this weekend. I guess I will. I'm just going to sit down across the table. Don't really care what you're doing, but I'll put my cards into play, and you're going to sit there and cry as you watch me.
Maria, hard to disagree with you on this, but it's fine.
Kirkland Ironworks. Maria, what is this deck?
Are you trying to tell me that your deck is interactive?
I attack.
You know what? That's not interacting.
It's interacting with your life total.
Do you know what? They're interacting with your life total also.
We can't have this argument about modern. All of these decks don't care.
It's true. So many cards are just like, whatever.
Anyway, those are congratulations to our winners this year. Favorite new deck of the year?
Oh, yeah. Maria, what's yours?
I picked SRAM. So this was from this year, right?
Yes.
It just rotated out.
It's so early this year, but
yeah, it really did. SRAM Senior Artificer was one of my favorite decks that I played with, and just allowed you to draw a bunch of cards, attack with a bunch of small creatures, protect them. It was super my style and a really, really, really fun deck to play. You could just turbo through your library if you wanted to, attacking and drawing cards, which felt very creative and not like very many decks that I've ever played.
Yeah.
So I really like the SRAM Senior Artificer deck. What about you?
Mine is one that people don't like. It's Turbo Fog.
How could you choose this deck?
It's great. It's great. Oh, man, is it great.
How could you?
It's so good. Oh, just take a turn, and then take a turn, and then take a turn, and then take a turn. Again, at the World Magic Cup a couple of weeks ago, I was like watching 2 players, and one of them was playing Green Black, I think, and the other one was playing Turbo Fog, and they got to the point where like it's a loop. They have so many ways to find cards, right? Where it's like in my upkeep, I'll cast it. Okay, I cast it. I'm gonna take another turn. I'll shuffle it back in. I have my regular draw step. I have a Teferi, and I have a search for his a flipped search for his Canta. Like, I'm obviously gonna find it every time.
No.
And like also like I think they had a treasure cove, which is a flipped treasure map where they can sack a treasure and draw a card. And it was just like for a minute at first the guy's like going through the little loop and his opponent's just sitting like and at some point his opponent makes a gesture and the guy's like, do you want to concede? And the guy was like, no. But then it's like 2 more minutes into it.
It's like,
and
fine.
he's like, fine. And he just scoops up his cards.
Oh, what a nightmare!
Oh,
Turbo
I love
Fog.
it.
It's a great name, though. I do really like that.
Honestly,
name.
I don't think that I don't know how many fogs that version plays anymore. It still plays Gift of Paradise so that you can untap lands with Teferi and cast it.
There's no like root snares going on anymore, though?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look.
Next category, top cards on flavor for the largest number of discrete holidays.
This comes from Chris Patello on Twitter. And this is, at first I was like, I should just pick one that's like dressed nicely, right? Because it's like ready for the most holidays. But instead I went with how I feel at most holidays.
Ooh, great.
Which is totally lost.
Totally lost. Congratulations. Enjoy your Crimby. You Flibblethip can hang out. You know, if you're ever totally lost at your holiday, just imagine Flibblethip hanging out with you.
Just being like, here I am, just hanging out. Another one from Twitter from Jacob, best ghoul or specter.
Ooh.
This is first I was like, I was looking through the list of spirits from this year. I was like, obviously Departed Deckhand
was excellent.
That card was so
really liked it.
Good. Unblockable except by other spirits, which was basically nothing, and could make other things the same.
Yeah.
But then I remembered there was another spirit this year.
There sure was.
There was our best spirit friend.
Most strangely powered and toughnest friend.
none other than the frog spirit himself, Yargle.
Yargle! Congratulations.
You, I think maybe more than any card I can think of, deserve a Crimby.
Yeah, I agree. Yargle,
you were built for the Crimbys, and the Crimbys were built for ye.
Yeah. I would love to see Yargle just kind of prancing off on his
I would love to see
legs.
Yargle in a Christmas hat.
Ooh.
So if you can Photoshop, however poorly, a Santa hat on top of Yargle's head.
Please do.
Please do.
Tweet at us at GLH5 Magic with the hashtag
Yarglemas.
Yarglemas. Oh, Yarglemas.
And finally, we've got from Nathan in Holland, best mustache.
Great category. Thank you for this.
Yes.
And this, I just want to let you know, I counted the number of mustaches in Rivals of Ixalan. The number may surprise you. It is quite high. 14.
That is a lot of mustaches.
Many mustaches.
But it was
high
all those
mustache count.
It was all of those mustachioed vampire conquistadors.
And pirates.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But yes, mostly the vampire conquistadors. And in Dominaria, the mustache level was around 9.
Oh, that's higher than I would have expected.
Yes, I don't notice them.
Me neither.
I don't know why, but I just don't make note of them. But I had to for this category. And so the winner is Oath-Sworn Vampire, who has the best little handlebar mustache, very nicely kept for.
Do you know what? I can think of it in my head even now.
Wonderful mustaches that rival Poirot's. Excellent. Enjoy your Crimby.
Well, that wraps up our Chrimby Awards.
Yes. Congratulations to all the cards and decks that won Crimbys this year.
Yes.
Please display them proudly on your mantles. Moving forward, I want to see what Yargle's mantle looks like.
Yes.
You can also Photoshop us a picture of Yargle's mantle.
Like Yargle in front of a nice little roaring hearth.
Roaring hearth with the Crimby and several other things on his mantle. Same hashtag, Yarglemas.
Happy Yarglemas to all.
Happy Yarglemas to all of us.
But Maria, before we end this episode, this very special episode, do you know what? I'm so mad.
Before we end this episode, I'm so mad.
I just thought of it. Why the entire time on this TV behind us did we not have a roaring fire?
You're right. Now I'm mad too.
Right?
Dang it.
This is the most mad I've ever been.
Okay, next time. Next Crimbys, we can't forget.
A year from now, those Crimbys.
We're going to have a fire.
Yeah.
Ugh,
anyways.
Great point. Oh. Anyway, we usually set goals for ourselves in the new year.
Yes.
On these kinds of episodes. And last year, I happened to remember what goal I set for myself.
What was it?
It was that I wanted to cash a Grand Prix.
Oh.
And I'd failed at my goal.
That's okay.
I did not make it.
You honestly, hear me out.
Yeah.
You cashed a lot of Grand Prix. Because you get paid to do commentary.
Yeah, if you look at it that way.
So do you know what? I would argue that you're more reliably cashing the Grand Prix you attend than anybody else out there.
The closest I came was Seattle. When I made day 2, that SRAM deck. And I did okay on day 2 as well. But I ran into the red-blue God Pharaoh's gift deck.
That's right.
Which at that tournament, it only had that tournament. It was never seen again.
But it stomped that tournament.
Unbeatable.
That deck was incredible.
What happened to it? Why did it go away? I don't know why it went away.
I don't know.
Because it was very resilient.
Yes. It was like there, and then it was gone.
I don't understand. If you know why that deck went away.
I think it put something like 4 copies into the top 8.
Yes. And
it could kill on turn 4 using Combat Celebrant.
Why did people stop playing it?
I don't know.
It was so good. I just remember sitting across from it and just being like, wow, I feel completely and utterly helpless because, it could kill on turn 4. Really interesting.
Yeah. Very cool deck.
But so I'm going to re-up that goal up to next year to try and cash a day 2. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
So on last week's episode, we talked about all of the different content creator formats that are on Magic Arena.
Yes.
I want to come out with our own awesome special format and have it on Arena for people to play.
Oh, that would be great.
That's my goal.
Great goal.
For us, and honestly for everybody out there who wants to play a real weird format from the inside of our heads.
Oh, I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to crawl on in there and cast some cards?
Weird.
What does the inside of your brain look like?
Oh, I mean, this is bad, but right now I just imagined like a cavern. There was nothing in it.
I mean, nothing in it? Like a hollow cavern?
I imagined an empty cavern when you asked.
That must be the facade.
It's what other people see when they look. Gosh, that's also kind of bleak for me.
It's theft proof.
Oh, yeah.
So people are like, oh, nice empty cave. Guess I'll be moving on. And you're like, secretly around this stalactite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So both of these goals are totally achievable.
Yeah.
Just require a little bit of work. So we'll work on them for 2019 for you.
Yeah.
And that's a Crimby promise. Off, right? With Ultra Pro.
That's right. Ultra Pro is... I'm so tired.
Is what? Please buy Ultra Pro to bring Meghan back to life. She needs your energy. Send her your energy.
I don't know why, but in that moment, my brain was like powering down.
I can see it happening.
It became cool. You know, I can't finish this sentence either.
There's a bunch of events coming up this year, and you don't want to be stuck on one with
a bench of events.
A bench of events coming up this year, and you don't want to be stuck in them with a second-rate deck box.
That's right. You don't want to be benched in this bench of events because
your deck box
you don't have the gear.
Snuff.
That's right. If you're looking for playmats, deck boxes, dices, or literally almost anything else, head on over to Ultra Pro. I didn't realize until later this year that people collect and trade the relic tokens. Because at first with the relic tokens, I was just like, oh, these are fun. And they're like a great way to keep track of these creatures or keep track of life totals. But then I met people who are just like, oh, do you have one of these ones?
Oh, cute. That's cool.
So they had a full collection, or, you know, they were rounding out trying to get like a bunch of snacks or something for their little snack deck.
Oh, that's cool.
And stuff like that. So really cool things like that too, where they're kind of like pushing the envelope of what are the things that you can use to express yourself as you play Magic and use as you play Magic.
Awesome. So check them out. They're sponsor of the show. They're great people. ultrapro.com. You can also find their stuff at Card Kingdom, our other sponsor, cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Well, everybody, that's this episode. Happy 2019.
That's right. Happy Crimbys to you and yours.
Yes, exactly. And if you have any opinions on Crimbys that we misawarded, feel free to let us know politely in a tweet at GLHF Magic, because I'm like
with the hashtag polite opinion.
Polite opinion. Oh, that's great. That's a great hashtag. Oh, this reminds me. Okay, so we stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/GLHF Magic. And the other day, I was climbing the arena ladder, and we were talking about emotes, and we're like, what are some emotes we wish we had? And somebody said, I wish there was Deece instead of nice, because a lot of people say nice and they mean it like sarcastically.
Yes.
But I don't feel like you can say Deece to someone as sarcastically as you can say nice. But anyway, that's how we got on.
Nice.
We got on Deece. We got on the train of this. People saying hello as a way to like spur you to make a play. And so somebody said, how do you know somebody's saying hello at the beginning of the game in a nice way? And somebody said, well, what if you emoted nice and then hello? So it's a nice hello.
Nice hello. Oh man, this wasn't on stream.
So good.
This wasn't on stream, but you were in the room when it happened the other day, and I told you how terrible I was.
This is great.
I'm trying to think of what it was exactly that. So I had drafted a Dominaria deck that had 3 Caligo Skin Witches in it, which is the one that you can kick it to discard 2 cards. And my opponent had made just like an absurd play where they had soul salvaged back 2 incredible creatures from the graveyard, and I already cast 2 of my Skin Witches, and at the time I thought I had only drafted 2. So they get back their 2 best creatures that I've gone through like all of this work to get rid of, and then so they get them back, and then I'm like, nice, and then I draw my card. And it's my 3rd Calico Skin Witch.
You jerk.
You jerk. So it just looks like I was the biggest jerk, just being like, nice.
Wait.
Discard them again.
Question. Did you have more than 1 card in hand when you said this? Or did they know it was a top deck?
No, I had a card in hand. So it looks like...
It looks even worse.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like they had these two. They got these two cards back into their hand, and I was just like, nice discard.
Oh, that's great.
I felt legitimately so bad.
Oh, I love it. Fabulous tale from the lands of Arena.
Anyways,
just to round out this episode of the Crimbys.
There you go.
I hope you've all had a great 2018 to the extent that was possible.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who has been a patron of the show through 2018.
I just thought of another Crimby that we have to award next year when it's been around longer. Favorite arena format.
Oh yeah, great Crimby. Don't let us forget that Crimby and the fire.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
If you want to start 2019 off becoming a member of our family, head over to patreon.com/GLHFmagic and toss $1 at her face. It'll be really
so
nice.
Appreciate it.
But yeah.
You know, from now on, this happened.
If nothing else, this happened.